Hello, it's Toad from Talk Wrestling, and this is just a recap and review, pretty much, of WWE Roadblock End of the Line, which happened last night in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I actually stayed up to watch the show. I thought, it was an alright. It wasn't too good. It wasn't too bad. It was just average, I'd say. But I'm gonna review it here, and I'm gonna be bringing these back. I know we haven't got a pay-per-view for ages now, which is probably a good thing. They really need to stop doing so many, and it's the Rumble next, so that always gets people excited more than that pay-per-views like this. Just boring. Well, it's not exactly boring if they do it right, but they didn't really. It was just a bit dull. The crowd were really into it much. So I'm gonna be bringing the review. Well, we're gonna be doing reviews after every pay-per-view now. I stopped doing this a few months ago, and I realised I should probably bring it back. So yeah. What did I think of the show? I thought there were some good bits in it. I thought there was some average bits in it. There weren't too many bad bits, to be honest. But anyway, we'll start with the first match. Oh yeah, on the kickoff show, we had and just a shout out to what's his name? Not Sam, who was special guest on the kickoff show. I thought he was really good. I watched some of his podcasts, listened to him. He's really good. I thought he put in great performance on the kickoff show. So anyway, into the wrestling. We had Big Cass against Rusev. Rusev won by count out. Big Cass got counted out, and I understand why they did. It was a bit anticlimactic. Like it was just a bit. It was just a bit boring. Like it was kind of predictable, but they needed kind of to do this because they need to keep both men strong. So I thought it was quite a good way to do it, but they maybe could have done something else. Enzo was back. He said some. He didn't really apologise to Lana or anything. He said some very suggestive things and stuff, but it's quite funny. Yeah, I thought it was an alright match. It was on the kickoff show. Why is Rusev and Big Cass on the kickoff show? That I don't get. I guess if you think about the other matches on the show, they kind of had to put it on, but it was kind of a letdown that Rusev was on the kickoff show, considering how funny and how popular and how good he is in the ring. He is good in the ring, I think. So yeah, moving on to the main show now. We kicked off with Raw Tag Team Championship match between the New Day, who I think was 478 days they held them for, longest tag champs of all time, lost, and I think it was good that they lost. I thought they were actually going to win. I don't know who won the predictions. Maybe I'll scroll. Eventually, I will say, but I don't really need to just count them up. So I thought it was it was a great match. Probably best. That and the Iron Man match, probably the best two matches. They could even take best match of the night. Great match. The finish was so clever. Whoever came up with that idea, props to them. With Cesaro missing the tag on purpose, because the New Day always do that kind of thing to cheat. So pretty much, Cesaro outsmarted the New Day's cheating. He took the Trouble in Paradise, got pinned, but he wasn't legal. Sheamus rolled him up. They won the belts. It was a bit weird afterwards. They kind of fell out. It's a bit odd, but hopefully that's like the angle going with and then eventually they're best friends, and I think they'll hold them. Maybe they'll definitely hold them past the Rumble. I think they're not losing them before the Rumble. I think they could maybe hold them till WrestleMania. Would always be nice, but I think the tag championships are going to get moved around a lot more on Raw after the New Day have had them for so long. So yeah, and then the New Day handed the championships over to Cesaro and Sheamus. So it's going to be interesting where the New Day go. I think they should turn heel. I'm not sure if they're going to. Maybe they'll just be like tweeners, but be interested to see where they go. So yeah, I really enjoyed that match. And then after that we had, what did we have after that? We had Sami Zayn against Braun Strowman, the 10-minute time limit match. Well, it was good. It was a bit confusing how Zayn won, even though he didn't win. He just survived, but that was a win because Braun Strowman was such a threat or whatever. But I thought it was the first 5 minutes were at the middle wasn't very good, I don't think, but I quite liked the bit where Mick Foley came out and Sami Zayn just grabbed the towel off him, threw it away, and then he nearly hit him with the second Helluva kick, but he did survive, and that was the important thing, I guess. Great character building in this match. I think Strowman seems like a monster, but it's almost like he kind of, I'm not sure if he getting better or worse off this match. I'm not, because I think, but the thing is, I was confused about Strowman was the one who kind of let Sami Zayn off. He wanted to punish him more. That's why he didn't pin him. And then Strowman was really angry afterwards. So maybe the anger was because he should have pinned him, but that doesn't really make him look like a monster. It was all a bit confusing. But yeah. So then we had Seth Rollins against Chris Jericho. This match went pretty much as I thought it would. Kevin Owens did come out, and the thing is, I don't think he costed Jericho, because I think Rollins was going to win anyway. But in Jericho's head, Owens costed him, because he did kind of cost Rollins, and then he costed Jericho afterwards. So Rollins was going to win anyway, but in Jericho's head, Owens costed him. Rollins hit the pedigree. It was probably one of the best matches. There was some great sequences in this match. Seth Rollins went for the pedigree many times. And then he hit the pedigree eventually at the end to win the match. And just Seth moves on. I really think he should go into this feud with Triple H. I'm really excited to see that. I think a lot of other people are, and hopefully WrestleMania Rollins goes over Triple H, which I think will happen. Hopefully. So yeah, it was a good match. Then we had probably one of the worst bit of the night, the Cruiserweight Triple Threat match. I'm glad Swan retained, but it was a submission match, and that's not the point. If you want, of course, you do need submissions. Cruiserweight matches, you do need submissions, but the amount of submissions, they're just submission, and it was just a bit tedious, to be honest. I think we needed more kind of flippy moves, more acrobatic stuff, off the ropes, springboard moves, and it just. I think Swan looked good. I think they all look good, actually. Swan retained. And he pinned Perkins. Yeah, he did pin Perkins. After they double super kicked Kendrick. But then the best bit of the whole Cruiserweights at the end, Neville came out after being 3 or 4 months out. Gone. I don't know where he's been. He's just been way underused for such a talented wrestler. So Neville came out. Got into the ring, looked like he was going to shake Swan's hand and just absolutely clobbered him, beat down Perkins, beat down Swan. He didn't beat down Kendrick, interestingly, but he just completely laid waste to him. Neville, great character change, and he was great as a heel in the NXT. I can remember that feud with Sami Zayn. So yeah, great. And then after that, we had the Iron Man match between Charlotte and Sasha Banks, and it went into overtime, and they should have really clarified this before, because it was a bit, and he just decided, I can understand why, she tapped, Sasha tapped, she was winning 2-1 right at the end, because, her career, she didn't want to, she wanted to be able to wrestle again, all these things, her ankle would have snapped, but it was 2 more seconds. That's the thing that kind of frustrates me. If she knew, it was, if you've survived one, and Charlotte didn't really put much more pressure on at the end, didn't look like. So if she survived over a minute and a half, 2 more seconds, so that you just hold out. It was a bit confusing there, but and then Charlotte, of course, won Women's Championship back. I predicted this was going to happen, and I just think she has to keep the belt now. You can't put it back on Sasha before the Royal Rumble or before WrestleMania. I think you have to save it and then have Bayley win it at WrestleMania, something like that. Because if you don't, then it's like, what's the point of the belt? But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then finally, we're at the main event of Roadblock, end of the line. Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns, the WWE Universal Championship, the Big Jam belt. And Kevin Owens won by disqualification because Jericho hit Owens with a code breaker, looking like he was gonna, looking like he did it because he fell out with him, but then it was all a big joke. It was all just a plan, and Jericho code breaker Owens, so Owens won disqualification and kept the belt, but he would have kept the belt even if Jericho code breaker Reigns, which is the thing that confuses me. Why didn't you just code breaker Reigns rather than hitting Owens? But I don't know. And then as much as I wanted, I guess Roman Reigns as well. Got that wrong. But as much as I wanted Owens to retain Zoe and move on to better things, and that, yeah, is this the way to do it? But I was annoyed with the finish, even though it was Roman Reigns. I was annoyed, and I was quite happy when Rollins came out and Rollins and Reigns put both of them through the tables. It was quite nice to see. It was quite a good end, and I thought it kind of moves on stories, and it means that Reigns doesn't have to have another rematch on Raw, hopefully tonight. So yeah, that was Roadblock pretty much. As I said, a lot of the matches were good, but somehow it didn't finish. It didn't feel like a lot of the matches were good. Most of the matches were good matches, but somehow didn't feel good as a show, and I think that's due to the amount of significant things that happened, because it wasn't you weren't shocked by many of the things that happened on the show, and it was just a bit underwhelming. But we have to move on, and next it's the Royal Rumble, 7 weeks. Hopefully there's a lot of character developing, a lot of storyline developing before the Royal Rumble. We learn who's in the Royal Rumble and then predict what's going to happen for Road to WrestleMania, which is, of course, right around the corner. So that was the WWE Roadblock. I'll be discussing Raw and SmackDown on my podcast that will be coming out next weekend. Christmas Eve, probably, because I don't want to have to record on Christmas Day. So I might even record on the Friday and just put it on the Saturday on Christmas Eve. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see Raw tonight after Roadblock, where it goes. Hopefully we get some fresh new feuds. And then, of course, we've got SmackDown. So yeah, hopefully it's an alright week. And I have lots to talk about on the podcast. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you later.